Well, welcome everyone. This is the first official day of class. I have changed my webcam and decided to take out the picture, and you can see my office is pretty much a conglomeration of a whole bunch of things in here. So I've got tons of books, I've got two computers, and a bunch of other things. But anyway, it's home to me. When I'm home, you'll see me most of the time in a Yankee t-shirt. When I'm out, I actually dress a little bit more formal. But since this is an online class, let's all be formal and relaxed. But what I want to do is just share a few ideas on how to get you through module one. So I'm going to start with the actual first one that I posted in here to make sure that you get them. And this is just a welcome. And this is how to get done the best part, your discussion in here. It's a video on that. And again, this is an actual discussion in here, which we went over in the last video. Where do you live? What is your current job title? And then the actual discussion itself. And then we get to system thinking, which is what it's about. And human computer interaction and system thinking are similar, but they're really not the same. The human computer interaction, just think of it as something like a smartphone or something that a human interacts with. System thinking, I like to call it a process. I know the research may have many different definitions of it, but I've come up with a process of going from point A to point whatever to accomplish something. And the example I give, which let's go up to we'll go back to this in a bit, is I look at it in here and I've given it to you. System thing basically looks at parts that are connected or interrelated and treated as a whole. And the example I give is the process of making coffee. So here's all the parts that you can see in there, starting with coffee tray and the hot plate on the coffee machine. And this is a process. So a lot of times I've gotten in the past the process of getting out of bed and going to work. And technically, that is a system thinking, and technically, it's not. And the reason why I don't feel it is because with a true system thinking process, you cannot eliminate any of the tasks without it affecting the final outcome. For instance, you cannot make coffee without putting water into the water holder. And you can't actually make coffee without turning it on. But the getting out of bed, taking a shower, brushing your teeth, making coffee, having breakfast, and then leaving, you could eliminate several of those things. Technically, you can just get out of bed, get dressed, and go to work. You don't have to take a shower. You don't have to brush your teeth. You don't have to make coffee or eat breakfast. I'm not saying that's advisable, but you still can accomplish that by leaving those out. And yes, I know you can accomplish a making a pot of coffee without putting a filter in, but you're not going to get the same result. Remember, we want to have the exact same result regardless in here. So putting a filter in may affect it a lot differently than not having a filter in here. So let's go down to this one over here. I have an actual video on how to create the system project that's in how to get the most points on activity 1-3 in here. And they've given you a little bit of detailed information in here. But remember, make sure you identify the parts, the relationships, and any feedback loop. Feedback loop is a fancy word for something that one part affects another part and it can go back to it. And you'll see that more in future modules over here. So if you look at the video here, it'll take you step by step in how to create a Visio diagram. And now remember, this course does use Visio, so you're going to need to either use the VDI, or a better alternative is to download Visio for free, which you can do from the SNU software site in here, which is really Azure. If you have a Mac, you will not be able to do that because there is no Mac version of Visio. So you'll have to use the VDI or find a Windows computer in there. So that is it for this video. So I will be posting that. Please let me know what you think. I will try to make as many videos as I can. And with that, please, if you have any questions, let me know and enjoy this module. I think you'll have a lot of fun.